Better days ahead. God said, 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 better days ahead. When your trauma and your pain don't live here today. Going within to understand, to heal mentally, physically, emotionally. Understanding the awareness within them, awareness that you could become greater than great when you least expect it. Overlooking yourself because you didn't have the proper awareness. Dimming your light because you didn't know your self-value. Shortchanging yourself because you didn't know how to respect yourself. Acknowledging yourself, to love yourself, to understand the awareness that you are worthy. Allowing your pain and your trauma from your childhood to go into your adulthood, to dim your light. Because you didn't have the proper self-awareness to understand, to remove the mask on top of the mask, on top of the mask, when they allowed you to become victim to your own pain and trauma. When God said there are better days ahead, not to dim your light. Wow, you're being patient with your process. Wow, you're being patient with your process. Wow, don't dim your light, don't dim your light. Wow, don't dim your light, don't dim your light. Because God has not dim in your light. So never allow someone allow you to feel dim in your light was part of the plan, because it was never part of the plan. It's only shortchanging yourself. And I say that respectfully because you matter, you are worthy. Wow. Understanding the assignment that you understood to go within, to understand your pain and your trauma don't live here today. So when your neighbor sits there and judge you by your cover, your book, and understands at the end of the day, they're painting a narrative of their delusional mindset of as to a narrative of their delusional mindset of a description that you truly not, all because they can't stay in their own lane to self-reflect, to respect they self, to respect their neighbor. Never judge a book by its cover, neighbor. It be the thought process for me. Wow. Understand at the end of the day, your pain and your trauma don't display today. You know, you was aware within being aware, not allowing your pain and your trauma to allow you to become victim. It be the thought process for me. Why shortchange yourself? To love yourself. It's not a crime to love yourself, to have self-awareness, to respect yourself, to respect your neighbor. You know, with no malicious intentions, regardless of your sexual orientation, if you're disabled, elderly, or not. Here be the thought process for me, how you can respect yourself, to respect your neighbor, and stay in your own lane and elevate to become your best self-vision of yourself. But your neighbor doesn't know how to stay in their own lane and understand it at the end of the day. Hey, neighbor, 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 never judge a book by its cover. Misery loves company. The only way to entertain it is to acknowledge it. You're not getting the attention that you want today. Sorry, not sorry, respectfully. I hope you find peace one day in your own lane. I say that respectfully. Here be the thought process for me. A narrative of a narrative, like delusional mindset. Oh, because they got controlling issues. Oh, because they don't have common sense to stay in their own lane when it comes to someone trying to elevate to become their best self-vision of themselves. It's the thought process for me. Never allow someone to shortchange you at the end of the day when they can't respect you. And I say that respectfully, when you don't got malicious intentions to psych yourself out your thought process, let alone your freedom in your pockets, but you know how to respect yourself, to respect your name when it comes to common sense, not to shortchange yourself. Yeah, that energy hit different. Real, recognize real, and I say that respectfully. Someone who loves themselves to respect themselves, not to bring harm towards themselves. It's called respect, neighbor. Stay in your lane. If you can't understand at the end of the day to have common sense today, it be the thought process for me. Hello. Never judge a book by its cover. You too invested within me, invested in an innocent person's life when you're not even invested in your own life. Stop shortchanging yourself at the end of the day to paint a narrative of your delusional ass mindset, all because at the end of the day, you don't got good intentions when it comes to that innocent person. You're your neighbor. Why would you want to see somebody down? Why would you want to see somebody depressed and stressed? Why would you want to see somebody miserable just like you? Misery loves company, I get it. It's a thought process in me. When you play in your own face, when you come across a real one that understands the awareness within the awareness that they pain and they trauma don't live here today. And they understood to be patient with themselves, to go within, to do their healing, and they mean what they say without wearing a mask, to fake gaslight you today. When common sense ain't common sense no more. It'd be the thought process for me. They allowed you to believe it was the norm of this behavior, and it was never the norm. this trauma, this mindset of your delusional mindset, having controlling issues, narcissist behavior. It's not the norm. And I say that respectfully. Sitting here bothering innocent people. Why? Because you're miserable. It's the thought process of me. You don't got common sense within common sense at the end of the day to respect yourself yet. You say you're so mature, but you're immature. It's the thought process of me. You're only shortchanging yourself when you play in your own face, talking about how real you are. You ain't real. You're only playing in your own face. It be the thought process for me. I gotta go. Leave innocent people alone. All because they decide to choose their best self-vision of themselves, to self-reflect, to respect themselves, to understand and awareness within awareness that they're not shortchanging themselves today. Regardless of what trauma and pain was endured with them from a child point of view going into their adulthood, they understood the assignment, that there are better days ahead. They could have been sexually assaulted as a child, dealt with domestic violence, discrimination. You put a name to your book, sickness, and went into their adulthood. Dysfunctional family, unhealthy relationships, trauma on top of trauma. Being patient with your process and understanding you don't gotta wear a mask to tune into yourself. You don't wear a mask to tune into yourself. When you go within to do the actual healing and meaning what you're saying what you mean, that you're real with yourself, to understand that you don't want your pain and your trauma to display in your future. You want a better future for yourself, not to shortchange yourself, but mean what you say what you mean without wearing the mask, to be real with yourself, to actually mean what you say when you love yourself. Why would you want to shortchange yourself, to psych yourself out your thought process, let alone your freedom, your pockets, or your eyesight, because you ain't got good intentions? It be the thought process of me. If you knew better, you'd do better. It's the thought process of me. Leave innocent people alone. Misery loves company. The only way to entertain is to acknowledge it. It's the thought process for me. Leave innocent people alone because you don't understand somebody's walk of life when it comes to their journey. They're not bringing harm towards themselves or others around them. They know how to respect themselves and stay in their own lane and respect their neighbor. Never judge a book by its cover, and I say that respectfully. I truly appreciate time to the genuine ones only. Have a safe day. Have a safe week. Have a safe weekend. Protect your energy because not everybody's deserving your time. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. You are genuinely loved by all the right people. You are genuinely respected by all the right people. And you deserve to be treated with respect. 365 days with no malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself or others around you. Protect your energy because not everybody is deserving a good time. Never allow a hate in disguise or a person with malicious intentions psych you out your thought process, your eyesight, your pockets, your freedom, because you matter and you are worthy. Never allow someone to dim your light. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, misery loves company. As long as you choose your best self-vision in the most healthiest way, not to dim your light, to elevate to becoming your best self-vision of yourself, and your trauma and your pain don't live for the day, you matter and you're worthy. If you're being patient with your process when it comes to your healing, don't dim your light to allow someone to dim your light within dimming your light. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Be patient with yourself. Don't hurt yourself with your own words to dim your own light because you don't understand yourself and you're just trying to understand that it's one day at a time. To respect yourself and show up for yourself in the most healthiest way. You don't live in fear. You don't live to be discouraged. You don't give up. That's only the enemy talking. And the enemy don't live here today. You mad and you're worthy. I gotta go. Now you genuine love, respect. Love yourself with God's protection for every direction. Love yourself with God's protection for every direction. Have a safe day and have a safe week.